We know that sound. It's when Tracy Grimshaw comes on every single weeknight on A Current Affair. It starts at 7. Carl was filling in for a couple of days because they thought Tracy might have been given a dose from Richard Wilkins. Now, when I heard that headline, I thought...
Rita Wilson.
It was Rita. I didn't know.
Rita was using her dressing room, apparently.
Oh, that's right, yes. Because, we've got Tracy on the phone now because she's back in the desk. Good morning.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
How are you? It's good to talk to you.
Hi, Kyle. Nice to
Are you
talk to you. It's so weird not to be in there.
I know.
I know. We love having you in. You're one of our favourite guests, and you know, I'd imagine for you, it's an interesting time because everything would be about coronavirus, right? I mean, everyone's just got such a thirst for more and more information about this.
I think people are afraid. I mean, I think people are starting to really understand how serious it is now, and I think it's taken a while for that to happen. And now they're just hungry for information because, you know, the unknown is terrifying. And so I guess the more you can sort of figure out what's happening and what's going to happen, the more you can comfort yourself somehow.
Yes, yeah. It is the unknown because we don't know how far into lockdown we are going to go as a country. Now, how do you feel that Scott Morrison has been handling this situation, in your opinion?
Look, I think it's pretty easy to knock governments in situations like this. I think it's easy for them to make mistakes because it's massive, and they're human beings. And I don't think every decision has been the right decision. But at the same time, they're the only government we've got. They're doing their best. I think they're knocking themselves out. And I think it's probably not helpful right now to start tearing down the people that we need to be listening to for our next direction. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't ever ask a question. You can, and you have to keep everyone honest, but I don't think anyone's trying to make mistakes.
I think you're right, because I don't usually like Scott Morrison, right? I think I just didn't like the whole way he got in, and I just don't like him. And the shitting himself at McDonald's, didn't like all that. But I think he's handled this situation pretty well. Bad situation handling the fires. Quite an amazing the way he's presenting himself to the public during this pandemic. I actually feel safe.
I will say that I would never want to be him. I mean, being the Prime Minister right now during this is such a tough gig because you do have to make some pretty big calls. The only thing I would say is that there's been some very confusing messages sent our way.
Yes, and I agree.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Go on, Jeff.
No, you go.
I just don't know what to...
You go.
Oh, you go.
No, you go. You go. I've got nothing.
Who? Me or Tracy?
No, both of you. Both of you talk at the same time, and I'll laugh in between.
You go, Tracy.
Look, I agree. I think some of the messaging has been confusing, and you know, from as simple things as, you know, you can have 5 people at a wedding, but 10 people at a funeral. You know, that's just weird, confusing messaging. I understand when you drill down. I understand the logic they're trying to apply to it, but it's confusing. And
it is confusing,
direction right now.
Right.
Especially when they say you can go to the hairdresser, but only for 30 minutes. Bitch, please! What woman goes to the hairdresser for 30 minutes? It's not even possible.
Yeah, me even at the barber takes longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's hard. So it is. There's a lot of stuff that
Are
I
we
don't
really
understand.
supposed to sacrifice our scalp massage after the wash? I think not.
That's the best
You
bit.
have to sacrifice your scalp massage for humanity.
Okay,
not
fair
what
enough.
your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
That is so true. Look, it's great to see you back in the chair. Were you worried when you thought you might have been infected, or were you just like, you felt fine so you weren't that worried?
Look, I actually felt fine. I didn't have any symptoms, and my exposure wasn't just through Rita using my dressing room. I had other exposure to someone who had been with them for several hours. So I stayed away for a few days, and I tried to get tested, but I couldn't get tested.
That's right.
Our testing criteria was so strict that because I didn't have any symptoms, they literally refused to test me.
Did you say, excuse me, I'm Tracy Grimshaw? Did you say that?
Look, I didn't. I actually didn't, Carl. I didn't say it, but Dickie managed to get tested, and he was asymptomatic. I mean, at that stage, you could not get a test unless you had a symptom. Yeah. But Dickie managed to get tested, and he didn't have a symptom. And guess what? He's still positive, and it's 13 days later.
And doesn't that make you wonder how many of us may have it without realising?
Yes, and I did ask that. I had the deputy health officer on last night, Paul Kelly, and I said that to him, aren't we missing all the silent carriers who are asymptomatic? And he said, look, and I think clearly it's known now that there weren't a lot of tests available in this country. There was a shortage. And he said, really, it was about bang for your buck. We just had to test where we thought we were going to find it.
Yeah, and now we're going to get more tests. Everyone can get a test eventually.
When is that happening, by the way?
Oh, they're getting them in now. I mean, it's sort of, they're not exactly specific about it, but I think there's another 100,000 tests that are arriving in Australia, or they're here now, and they've already expanded the criteria, so they must be here now already, and more coming.
So. What is? I have a question. What is the criteria now? Because before it was kind of extreme. No one could get tested unless you'd just come from overseas and were experiencing symptoms. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I think they're now going to prioritise aged care workers and health workers, because I think they obviously need to, because they're going to be people. Aged care workers are, of course, exposed to the most vulnerable people in our community, so you need to know if they're carrying it.
Yep.
And healthcare workers, ditto, they're going to be exposed to people in hospitals who are obviously very vulnerable. So they're prioritising people like that now. They're starting to drill down and sort of specify who they're testing, I guess, now.
Well, look, we're going to keep watching you. We try and give as much info as possible. I know you're doing the same on ACA. You're back on TV tonight.
Yes.
We'll be tuning in. We'll see you then, Trace.
Thanks, Tracy.
Okay, thanks.
You take care. Stay
nice
safe.
You.
Yeah, you too. Tracy Grimshaw there from A Current Affair, guys.
Kyle and Jackie O.
Thanks for checking out the podcast, guys. Plenty more where that came from, of course.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing, and leave us a review. 5 stars would be nice.
Anything less than that, I will personally drive around. There'll be issues.
Now we cannot make threats.
Okay, no threat. I'll withdraw my threat.
And keep up with us on socials. Search at Kyle and Jackie O.
We'll do it live. Okay. Broadcasting live
from the Kyle and Jackie O Tower.
I want that. Across Sydney.
Hear satellite.
And around the world.
Where do I start?
You're on the air, Kyle and Jackie O.
Kim speaks out, talking to the Kyle and Jackie O radio show. Kyle Sandilands is a bloke who polarises people.
Heavily censored by his nervous radio bosses.
Kyle Sandilands and Jackie O are celebrating 20 years of working together.
It's a show in Australia called the Kyle and Jackie O Show.
Hey, it's 5 seconds of summer. We want to wish Kyle and Jackie O a happy 20 years on the radio.
Kyle, Jackie O, it's Keith Urban here. I also wanted to say a massive congratulations to you guys on 20 years of being on air together.
This is Katy Perry, the Kyle and Jackie O Show. I just wanted to say congratulations on being together for 20 years. 20 years in 2020. You guys have changed the scene in Sydney. Money, 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 make us smile.
You got it!
Oh my God!
$20,000.
Open up a brand new home.
It's one. Are you joking? $1 million.
It's a perfect, you don't need no filter. Go just make 'em drop dead, do it killer. Do it better. I am a man. I'll be the man. What a man gotta do to be totally locked up by you.
Kyle and Jackie O.
You.
Oh, let's cut that out.
Let's go! The Kyle and Jackie O Show is just one big party.
That's the show.
Isn't it just?
I'm still here, still bringing it to ya.
You're listening to the boy from the big bad city.
The golden microphone is on.
Morning.
Good morning,
Hello, guys.
everyone. Hi, guys. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Kyle. How you
James
going?
Blunt coming in today. He's always fun in the studio, isn't he?
He is.
Jackie, what's your star sign, by the way? Are you what are you?
You should know my star
I don't
sign.
know.
I know
I'm about
yours. How can you not know my star sign?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Every bloke hates hearing this.
Really?
Like, you guys getting such a flap over the smallest things. Oh, how could you forget our anniversary? Oh, how could you forget my birthday? Now it's the star sign we've got to remember.
Believe
So
he
many
doesn't
things
know
to
my
remember.
star
I know
sign.
your star sign, and I know Kitty's star sign.
What is
Oh,
it?
my.
What
Because it's the same as mine.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah.
An Aquarius, right.
Why? Why are you even asking about my star sign?
I'm on this website here that tells you what someone's like sexually based on their star sign. So I'm just sort of, I've read mine. Mine's quite an eye-opener, but I'm just going to go through. So Jackie's an Aquarius. So are you, Brooklyn?
No,
I'm
he's Sagittarius.
Oh, whatever. Okay. So you're just the Aquarius.
Yeah, just me.
Okay, let me read this out. This website tells you what someone's like sexually to see whether when you meet someone, you go, oh, hi, I'm Kyle. I'm a Gemini. And they go, oh, hey, I'm Jackie. I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah.
then you know instantly, if you go on this website, what they're like, whether you're compatible sexually or not.
Let's see.
So I'm going to check Jackie's out. I'll read it out word for word.
Okay.
Aquariuses are free spirits who require a lot of space to explore their sexuality. So far, so good, right?
Yeah.
Their sex drive is inventive and erratic, so expect to have new experiences that are really out of the box. Wow. That sounds good. Be prepared to explore the inner sexual freak, as nothing is off limits.
That's pretty much, true, actually.
Oh, wow.
Are you joking?
I think you should probably try most things.
Let me read that again to everyone, just in case people didn't hear it properly. Be prepared to explore the inner sexual freak, as nothing is off limits. Unbelievable.
Well, 99% is off.
No.
99% isn't off limits.
It goes on. Let me read more.
Oh, okay.
Whilst their mood creates an erratic sexual energy, some days it will be mind-blowing yet cold on others. Oh, well, we knew that right off the bat.
Yeah.
We knew you'd be like that. Sex is an experiment of pleasure rather than an emotional experience. Not always great initiators, they have the tendency to put their own needs before their partners. Oh, so you're a selfish lover too?
No, I don't think so.
You put your own needs before your partner's, it says.
Do they actually mean when you are having sex, or do they mean like maybe you might...
Sex is an experiment of pleasure rather than an emotional experience. So you're just there to be pleased. You want to please, you want to be pleased. You're not all wrapped up in the lovey-dovey.
Well, sometimes depends.
On what?
Depends on the situation, really, and who it is.
Notes on the website here, just adding to it. Okay, now what else do I read out?
What about you?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Where am I? Let me go back up here a bit. Hang on a second. You know, I'm not very good on...
Are there any duds in there in terms of...
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, Gemini. This is me. Geminis are curious with an open mind to sex and willing to try new things and experiment sexually. That's true. Nothing's too taboo, making them sexually quite open. But like their scattered attention span, their libido can be erratic, so always have a plan B on hand to arouse. Geminis' imagination ignites their libido, so they enjoy indulging in fantasy role-playing. And well, that's true.
That's you.
I got those bedroom characters.
Yeah.
And foreplay via technology to build an explosion of sex in the bedroom.
Right.
Technology. That's true.
What?
The old latest toys out, eh?
Oh, right. I see. I didn't take it like that. Oh, okay.
Oh, what did you take it as?
I took it as like...
Videoing it?
Yeah, like sexting and sending pictures in the lead up to it.
Oh, no, I don't send pictures.
You don't do that.
I'm too famous to be sending pictures of my own penis around the place. I don't want that big... Imagine that. It was everywhere.
Oh, that's... And what does it say?
Pete, what are you?
Oh, I want Brooklyn. Sagittarius.
Who cares about Brooklyn?
I'm a Pisces.
You want Pete?
You're a Pisces. Oh, that's the dud. What are you, Sagio?
Yep.
Sagittarius, no, Scorpio. Oh, here we go, Sagittarius. Sagittarians have a libido that's off the charts and an optimistic and very adventurous attitude towards sex. Expect them to toss you... Oh, hang on. Oh, I paused in the wrong spot there. Expect them to toss you around the bedroom and overload your senses. They can get down anytime, anywhere, from the bedroom to the car, even outdoors, if you're willing. Sex is not emotional to them at all. It is a physical outlet, and they give themselves like a treat.
Oh,
Being free-spirited sex with them can feel impersonal, and they are rulers of booty calls and one-night stands. Oh, is that right?
That is true.
That's funny about the not emotional thing, because I would just think it's normal. Like, what I'm feeling is normal, but maybe I'm not.
Oh,
maybe I have no emotional connection to it. I don't know.
Have you never had an emotional connection to it?
Well, I assume I have, but maybe I think of it differently to what you do.
I've always thought when the poison's coming out, I feel very emotional during that time. But up to that, nothing emotional.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Outdoors,
Pisces,
the outdoor thing's
here
great.
we go. No one cares an intern, Pete, but there might be other Pisces listening. Pisceans are sensitive and dreamy types, and their sex drive is dependent on how well they can connect with the person they're with. If they feel safe and connected, they will lose themselves to sexual experimentation and push the boundaries. sex with a receptive Pisces can be a truly bonding experience in mind and body. They love to caress and share sweet words. Oh, how revolting. I just imagine Pete laying there shirtless, rubbing his hands up and, no. Oh, okay, that's it. Pisces must remember that while their giving is great, they can neglect their own needs.
It sounds like you, me, and Brooklyn are all quite similar. Yeah.
Oh, we'd have one hell of a night. Wouldn't we?
Yeah, we'd be getting out all sorts of equipment.
Jackie'd be like, don't throw those empty champagne bottles out, guys. I'm open to anything.
Oh.
No.
You know that, yes.
No, there's things I won't do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, was that one? No.
Oh,
Huh?
Yeah, no, I don't see the point in that, no.
You were looking out of the phone room when you said no. Do you just wanted to see whether you'd get someone to give you the thumbs up? Like, yeah, I'm into that. Before you admitted it?
No, I know what I'm, into and not.
Do you? Do you know everything you're into, or do you reckon there might be things out there you're yet to discover?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, there'd be things I'd yet to discover. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Don't turn the music off and leave me hanging there, guys.
What?
Come on,
No,
someone
no,
else
no,
talk.
No, we're just all having a moment here, just running through a few scenarios.
Yeah, I was imagining a few things.
What were you imagining?
Was
I there?
No.
In my mind, you weren't even there.
It was another female. Yeah.
Oh, you won't even think of Jackie, even in a.
I mean Jackie with another female.
Oh, you and our thoughts are way off. I thought you had taken Jackie out of her own sexual equation. I thought, what an arsehole.
Yeah, I've been replaced. Alrighty, guys. Well, coming up next, yes, I want to bring up something that happened on Kyle's TV show.
You got the audio from the show?
The audio from the show I'll play, and then we shall discuss.
How bad is it, Jackie?
I don't think I can't even recall.
No, obviously, Kyle's got a bee in his bonnet about something I did many years ago, and he clearly hasn't let it go.
I've got to be in my bonnet.
So let's bring it to the table and discuss it, shall we? Because
actually, you know what? Yeah. Let's bring it there. You think that I've got to be in my bonnet?
I do.
What you do is the old no responsibility Jackie. That's what you like to just wipe your hands of any wrongdoing of anything you've ever done in life.
I don't believe I really did anything wrong, but you clearly
well,
do.
let's see. Let's get Gaga on. We got a brand new song. This is awesome. Everyone's loving it, lapping it up. It's called Stupid Love at Kiss FM.
The cases heard on Trial by Kyle are real. Kyle's verdict is final and must be upheld.
Is that right, Judge
That's
Kyle?
True. That is correct. That's how the show works. So I've got a television show on Channel 10.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about
it. It goes for an hour. It's sort of like a courtroom drama. Real cases, and then I decide what's going on.
But not a real judge, although in this instance he is to be treated as though he is an actual judge.
That's right. Like sort of the way I insist on being treated like a megastar radio announcer around here.
That's
not
right.
Not really one, but need to be treated like one.
So there was a case that came up on Trial by Kyle, and a girl was suing her friend over the fact that she was dog-sitting her friend's dog, and while she was dog-sitting over those days, the dog tore to shreds certain items in the house, including a door, chewed through the door. And you thought, what a great opportunity to talk about a bugbear of yours, clearly, that happened many years ago when you were dog-sitting my dog.
Yes.
Molly, and you knew she had separation anxiety, you knew all that, and she chewed through your door, and you decided to bring this up on the show. Have a listen.
Yeah.
I know, I've been here before. I've actually, a girl I work with on the radio called Jackie, and it was a Maltese, so this is a small little non-threatening dog, chewed through a imported front door that I used to have. $4,000 worth of damage to that door too. Do you think Jackie'd put her hand up to pay for a cent? Not a cent.
Would you like to know the legal implications here?
Yes,
then, Carl?
please.
Okay, so there is no doubt that Marnie's dog caused the destruction. We've heard it here today. However, there is no legal basis for Amy's claim. So under Australian law, a person cannot be held liable for damage to property caused by a dog. And with that said, Jackie doesn't owe you anything.
Well, let's just change that right here and now. My verdict is you owe her $4,069 because your dog ate it. Case finished.
Oh, she was so pissed. I feel like
bad.
it was my fault though. I feel like you wouldn't have made her pay that had it not been for my situation and what I did
So what
to
happened,
you.
Brooklyn? So little Molly came over. Jackie, you were gallivanting around on one of your many jaunts back in your early relationship when
Yeah.
things are wonderful.
Yeah.
And then she just ditched this dog whoever take care of it. And so I took it on because I had dogs as well. So
Yes.
I said, we'll look after Molly.
But this dog had anxiety.
Yeah, real
Well,
proper
it howled.
separation anxiety.
Yeah, but howling and carrying on.
Couldn't
and
be left
scratching.
alone. And that's why we used to smuggle Molly everywhere, into the cinema, wherever we would go. Molly would be coming with us unless we were on a holiday where we couldn't take her. So
That's right.
yeah, she stayed with you, and I did give you the heads up. Look, she's got this proper separation anxiety.
Yeah, proper separation anxiety, where I thought she would howl and whine and carry on. I didn't realise she'd eat through some Indonesian imported front door. Now, no one, you'd think, how on earth would a little Maltese Terrier? It scratched this wood and it tore off chunks of the wood to get out, to try and get out of the house. The door was useless.
Yeah,
But
to
I
replace it.
knew the dog had separation anxiety. Did I think it would act like a small black bear in the wilderness? No, I did not.
I
But from
do
memory-
apologise. I
No, I know
apologise.
you apologise. You apologise. Yes, an apology was accepted.
Yes, it was. I thought because you never asked for the money, so I
Well,
just
as if I would ask. And why would I wouldn't have thought I would have had to have asked for the money.
Did I ever offer to pay for it?
I think you were like, if you wanted some money, I could probably, it was like, I think it was a meet halfway, and I thought, so it's half my fault. So, but anyway, I'm pretty sure you did offer something, or offer to try and do something, and I think I just, because it was all weird and uncomfortable, I'm pretty sure I said, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I remember thinking, I should really pay for that.
Did you even give Kyle a gift for looking after the dog at all?
No,
No,
nothing.
I don't think so.
Jackie,
Brooklyn.
come on.
She never even said-
Kyle.
Brooklyn,
You don't have
for
to
the-
give a gift
Brooklyn.
to Kyle.
No, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I don't need any thanks or appreciation.
Yeah, that's right. Like, you don't need anything. You're really rich. And look, at the time,
Not even a card, nothing.
God, if I gave you a card, you'd laugh in my face. Seriously, if I
True,
gave you a
that's
card
true.
for looking after Molly, you'd be
With
like,
some
"What's-"
nice
you would-
words written in it. I don't think
the-
anyone's
the-
ever laughed in anyone's face when they've given them a card with some nice, thoughtful words.
You
written
would
in
if
it.
there was no money or scratchies inside. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Where's
true. I do
where's
like-
the money or where's the
I do-
scratchies?"
I do like some scratchies.
Yeah. So, do you think after all these years that I should be giving you the money?
Well, it's hard for me. I'd have to recuse myself from this case because I shouldn't be. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be presiding over it.
Well, his ruling on the show was that yes, that chick did.
But
have to
Anna
give her
said,
money.
by law, and isn't that amazing? By law, the owner is not responsible for a dog destroying someone's property.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
That is quite amazing when you think about it. So what my
Also,
dog
by law, if you're doing 30 kilometres over the speed limit, you lose your licence for a year. That's
Yep.
also ridiculous.
Yeah.
So why do
well-
we get fined if a dog does a poo on the side on the path? Well, we are responsible for picking it up.
Yes,
In that
yeah.
case, we have to do what the dog wants us to do.
Mind you, can I also say, I think that show, you know how dogs, you've got to be in it. If you've got a dog, you've got to live in a pack mentality, right? You're supposed to let the dog think you're in charge.
Yep, that's right.
Right? How on earth does running around behind your dog with a plastic bag every time it opens its asshole and drops a shit on the ground, do you pick it up in a little plastic bag?
Yeah.
How is that showing that you're in charge of the dog?
That's right. I don't know, Kyle. I don't know.
Because I'm telling you, if I walked around every time I needed to do a bowel movement, someone pulled out a plastic bag and scooped it up off me, I would think, I'm in charge of that person.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you all think that? I don't like this whole thing. Anyway, does she owe me money was the question we're asking.
Do you believe after all these years I should be paying you, what was it, $3,000?
About 2.5, 3 grand, something like that.
2.5.
Let's round it up to 3.
You know,
For the pain and
I'm gonna,
suffering.
not only do I have the law on my side here, but I will say that back then you were earning a lot more money than me. So really, why would you make me pay when you're earning way more? It's like, if a cleaner breaks,
What do you mean? I was
if
earning
your
more
cleaner
than you.
breaks
Hang
your
on, what do
vase,
you mean I was earning more than you?
well, you would have been at that time. I'm sure of it, right?
I don't know. Was I?
I'm pretty sure you were. Let's just say you were
I
for
had
the
all the
sake of this
idle money. I had all the idle money
Yeah,
as
you
well.
you were rolling in
Right,
it.
but-
Yeah, because
hang
Idle
on,
was
so
paying
what-
you millions of dollars.
So what? Because I'm earning, I've got multiple jobs and I'm
Yes.
earning millions of dollars.
Yes.
I should pick up the bill for everyone else's shit. Is that
Well,
what your
a
idea
little
is?
bit.
Jackie, if one of the staff or one of us went to your house,
Yes.
had some drinks,
Yep.
broke some stuff,
Yep.
we obviously make a lot less than you.
I would never make you guys pay for it.
Oh, really?
And that's what I see this being the
Party of
equivalent of.
Jackies, guys. Party of Jackies.
I would never make you pay for something like that.
Good to know.
Well,
Next
now
time we
don't
come
go and just
over.
break shit to test that theory.
I'm going to spray Zippo fluid on your bed and light that bitch up. See if I get charged for it or not. Does Jackie owe me the money? Pay up is what I say. Make it $4,000.
4 on
That's
the
pretty
line.
good.
4 on the line. Okay.
4.
All right.
Pay up.
Let's see. What
Pay
people
me
say.
the money. Pay me the money.
Like
Does she
you
owe
really
it?
need it.
Ring up now.
The cases heard on Trial by Kyle are real. Kyle's verdict is final and must be upheld.
Yes. I asked for it to be cut out, but they obviously left it in there. Where I brought up about Jackie's dog ruining one of my doors at home years and years ago. This must have been 10 years ago, right, Jackie?
Yeah, easy, I reckon. Easy.
And yet to be paid a cent for it. Okay, going to the phones now. Just show me the money, yes or no.
Hey, Mary, how you going?
Hello.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yes or no? Just show me the money?
Yeah, absolutely. Has to pay. Pay up.
Oh, and why is that?
Should have been done straight away. Big straight away.
I think Kyle, rejected my offer, though, to pay.
I
didn't reject your offer. I rejected your attempted wishy-washy attempt to half pay or whatever it was.
We can't actually remember what happened,
can't
but I
remember.
know
I
that I
can't
didn't
recall.
pay, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, Mary, thank you for
Mary,
that.
thanks. Merle, hi.
Hi, Mel.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Pay
No,
yes or no?
I think
Thanks
no.
for your call,
It's
Mel. That's
too
a
late.
no.
No,
Thank
I
you.
want to hear. I want to hear what she says. I don't think I'm going to get many Merles calling up, that's all.
No, no, it's too late. Look, at the time, Jackie, really, you should have either offered to pay, and if you didn't, you should have just given him something, because you did look after your dog.
Yeah.
And I think you should have bought him something. You should, even if he said no, given him something. But now it's too late. It's water under the bridge. You've got to move on
Well,
and never look
is
after
it-
a dog ever again.
Is it water under the bridge, or have I built a dam at my end of the bridge, and now I'm not
wish
allowing
we had
any
a
water
dam.
there?
I thought it
I
had
wish
been
we had
forgotten
that.
about, but when I saw it on Trial by Kyle, I was like, oh my God, he's holding on to this.
I'm not holding on to
Carl
it.
does that, Jackie. You know that.
I know. Thank you,
Are
Mel.
you saying that I'm Mel's
Hold
gone now?
grudges? Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay, I do. Martin, you're on the egg.
Yeah, hi. Well, I think that, yes, Jackie should actually pay. Look, if you're a good friend and you broke something at your house, well, then you should offer to actually pay for it.
Yep.
If you don't
That's
give a
right.
shit, well, then you can just walk away and don't worry about it. So, yes, Jackie, you're a shit
right.
person for not doing that. And you should pay for the door as well. It was your dog.
Yeah, but by law, you don't have to. Didn't you hear Anna
look,
Heinrich say that?
Yeah, but look, the law is like this, okay? The law always takes your shit away, don't they? So, one, you'll pick it up after your dog, so the dog knows that you're beneath it, for starters.
Yep.
Right? And the dog doesn't know what it's doing, so the law's going to back the dog up because the dog's got nothing to say, can't speak for itself, so it's going to assume that, a dog's a dog. But the dog has an owner. The owner picks its shit. The owner is actually there to pick up it after everything the dog does, whether it shits on your carpet or chews your door up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you, Martin. That's another one for me. Is anyone keeping a tally?
Yeah, that's 2 to you, 1 to me.
Okay,
Sort of
2
1 to me.
1 to you. Sort of 1.
Okay, Jade, what do you want to say?
Hi, Jade.
Absolutely, Jackie, you should pay. I think it's the principle. Kyle shouldn't even have to ask because you guys are such
Exactly.
good friends.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to point something else out, Jackie. Do you not remember long ago when you borrowed your assistant's mum's car and you lost her glasses?
Yes, I am going to replace
I feel
those.
like this is becoming like a habit with Jackie. Like, I feel like this
Oh,
is something
she's
that maybe
horrible.
she
Like,
thinks,
everyone knows about it.
I'll brush it under the carpet and guys will forget. Like, you guys will forget about it.
Oh my
You should see the mound underneath her carpet. It's like a human being is underneath that carpet. It's that big, the mound of rubbish she piles under the carpet.
Kyle was doing a favour. He had your, like, really, separation anxiety little dog there that was bound to chew, poop, do something. So he was doing you a favour, like a big favour. So I think it should be like...
But I warned him. I did warn him, though, that something like this could happen if she was left alone for a very long time.
You didn't say it chewed through a front door.
Well, I never thought she would, and this is what I'm saying for her.
Who cares?
But this is what she did, right? She usually starts with a howl and a cry. For her to start chewing through the door means she was left alone for a very long time. No, for real, she never did that at my house.
Oh, here we go. What a load of shit this has turned into. Now all of a sudden I'm neglectful with the looking after the dog.
Well, I mean, you got to imagine, like, it was a Maltese, and you said yourself, how she managed to chew through a door is beyond me. It takes time for her to do that. Lot of time.
You always wondered who called the RSPCA on you.
Yes,
we found out.
Now I know. Yeah, I always I falsely accused Barnaby Joyce for years about
That's right.
I pointed the finger squarely at Barnaby. Remember him and I had that fight over Johnny Depp's dogs?
No, I can assure you.
Me and dogs.
Yeah.
You think I wouldn't want to be a dog owner with all this shit? Okay, Jade, thank you for that. Marnie.
Hi, Marnie.
You're on.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Jackie. I'm actually
Hey,
on
Dal.
Jackie's side.
Oh, good.
Because
Yes.
I'm the girl that you made me pay to my friend, who my dog was the one that did all the damage to her property.
Oh, Marnie, but hey, you're not. You're banned. You get her off. Marnie's off.
But that's
How dare
another one
she
to
come
me.
in?
We're even.
She can't even count her as one.
Everybody's entitled to a vote here, Kyle.
God, I didn't even think that would come back and bite me on the ass.
Amy.
Okay, who's the last one?
Amy. Oh, apparently Amy was also on the TV show. I think she took money to court.
Good. Amy, good morning.
I was. So I'm definitely on your side, Kyle. I think you made the right decision, and I think the law should change.
Well, the
I think
law
the law
is the
should
law. We
change
just
as well.
have to accept the law, right? I mean, what can we do?
No, that's not the way the world works. The law is not just the law. We can change laws by
takes
voting
a lot of
different
effort.
people into government. That's how we change
Well,
laws.
who's going to change that law? It seems like such a little law and not really that.
Well, I tell you, if I
significant.
become Prime Minister, I'll be making that the first agenda. Second. First, buying $200 million worth of Elvis helicopters so we don't have to have this bushfire bullshit. Second, if your dog causes damage, you're paying for it. That's the way it'll be. Third, I'll be replacing a Kirribilli with a giant Taj Mahal-looking monstrosity up on the harbour, and I will live in there throwing parties free for the public every weekend.
But anyway, look, I will give you the money, Kyle, for the door.
Oh, for $4,000?
Yes, I will give you the $4,000 for the door. It's the right thing to do. Oh, God, I don't know when it'll happen.
We have to write it down. I don't want to have to ask for it. It's embarrassing. I don't want to have to ask
Write
for
it down, Pete. Let's make it. Yeah, okay. Coming up next, James Blunt joining us in studio.
The stars
of Kiss.
Charlie Puth is on the air.
Stay inside. If you think about it, it's the first time the world is in unity. Music has the power to heal us all.
Sydney.
Pull together to stay apart.
Kiss 106.5. Ladies and gentlemen, James Blunt.
Kyle and Jackie O.
Yes! James Blunt is in the building. Everyone got the new song out, Monster, that's out now. Everyone's seen it. It's been all over the TV, making TV people cry, journalists cry. Jackie cried the other day when you're on the phone, and now you're here to make us cry all over again. How are you?
Misery sells. And if your father's unwell, you might as well cash in on it.
Stop it. You are funny, man.
Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, it's so nice to be back here down under. It's been a long old time, and you guys are nice.
How long have you been here for now? On this trip?
I have been here for 3 days.
And I saw on your Wikipedia page, now Wikipedia is not often correct, there's always incorrect information on there, but it did say that your first son's godparents is Ed Sheeran and Carrie Fisher. Is that true?
Well, do you know that? Strangely, that's probably the only thing that is true on my Wikipedia page, because I'm the one who goes on and changes it to lie. Generally, I'm on there permanently changing my age to be slightly younger than I am. My mother goes on there and changes it back, which is really annoying of her. And about the time of the first of the royal wedding with William and Kate, I kept on saying, "Yeah, I'm playing the organ there." They said, "Are you going?" And I said, "I'm playing the church organ." So I went and put that up on my Wikipedia page. I still asked, how was it playing? Oh, it's pretty good.
It was great. Yeah, people still.
No one complained.
Oh, you keep that lie going. Keep it alive.
Yeah, forever.
Oh God, there's been some weird things on. Have you seen any other weirdo things on your Wikipedia page?
I mean, no, I'm the source of all those weird things.
Oh, you are? Yeah. How do you change your Wikipedia page?
Anyone can go on and edit any page. That's the whole thing about Wikipedia.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's driven by us.
And I always look at Wikipedia for information, which I shouldn't do.
It's full of shit. No one should look at Wikipedia for real info.
Yeah, I know. So, what have you been doing? I know it's a promo trip, so probably not a lot.
Yeah, I'm flogging stuff. I'm here to flog stuff. I've got a new album out called Once Upon a Mind. I've got a single called 5 Miles, but I have this, as you say, this heavy song called Monsters that everyone is going for, and it's been amazing doing that film because I've caught my dad on film.
I know.
So he might not be on this planet for very long necessarily, but he is immortalised on film, and it was very special having him.
So nice to have that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. And, it was a really special moment. And then, of course, I'm coming back out here on tour.
I know.
In November, and the highlight of that whole show will be I'm bringing...
November?
You're bringing what?
You've got no excuse. Your diary's empty in November. That's why I've got to book in early. Otherwise, people give me this lame excuse, no, I'm busy that day. So I come in a year in advance saying, no, you're not. I know your diary's empty. You can buy tickets on my website. And I'm bringing Jason Mraz with me,
that's
who is a
right.
phenomenal
You're so excited about
musician,
that.
and I can't wait. So again, you got no excuse. If you don't like my music, you still got to come because it's Jason Mraz.
Are you friends with Mraz, or do you just appreciate him as an artist?
We have toured together before. And so I did a foreign exchange with him where he came to the UK and was my support act, and then I went out to the States and I was his bitch out there.
Yeah, right. And you enjoy touring with him? Do you guys like hang out?
I enjoy being his.
You prefer to be his bitch?
Yes, totally. It was great fun, and so it'd be really nice to be back out here on tour with him.
Oh, lovely. Now, James, I'm really excited because we're going to play a game with you. It's one of my favourite games we play on this show, actually. Okay. And we can only ever play it with visiting guests because it's all about Australian celebrities.
Ooh, so yeah, I'm doomed.
So you're doomed.
I will have no idea.
Well, you're not supposed to have any idea.
I think the only Australian celebrities I can recognise are you two.
Oh, fantastic.
We call it a celebrity head job. Are you up for it?
Celebrity head job?
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm always up for that.
Oh, it's such a good game. All right, stick around. James Blunt is going to have a crack at our Australian celebrity head.
We'll do it next.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Blunt.
Kyle and Jackie O.
Yes! James Blunt's here. He's got the latest song. It's out right now, Monsters. It's touring in November. You can get your tickets early. He wants them locked away and booked. None of this mucking around last minute bullshit.
Great. So now we're going to play this game, and you're going to give me some Australian head.
Yes,
that's right.
We are. I hope you enjoy it. Are you?
No one's ever said that before. I think it's just assumed.
So what we do is we chuck up 3 possibilities. We give you the headline. They are real headlines. So one of these Australian celebrities has either done this or had this written about them.
Okay.
And you have to guess which one it is based purely on the picture you see and what you assume that celebrity might be like.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'll only show you 3 heads.
All
okay,
right.
You ready? First one.
Which Australian celebrity insists on bringing her own personal wind machine to red carpet appearances? Is it Miranda Kerr, Sophie Monk, or Bindi Irwin?
I'm going to go for Sophie Monk.
Locking in Sophie Monk. Well done. It is Sophie Monk.
Congratulations. That's very good.
1 to
How did you
James.
guess that?
She has great hair. She needs to show it off.
Yeah, she does it. And by the way, just so you know, she's more like she's kidding when she does it.
Yeah,
she did it
quite
once,
right.
and,
I've always wanted one on, just to
why not?
Just to do that
She's
kind
sort
of
of
Michael
kidding.
Jackson look.
She's
I've
sort
always
of
aspired
kidding.
to be like Michael Jackson.
Oh, really?
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Celebrity heads up on the screen, please.
Which Australian singing duo were escorted off a flight over a luggage dispute? Was it A, the Veronicas, B, Peking Duck, or C, Savage Garden?
Now, I think I might have read about this.
Oh, really?
And I think it might be the Veronicas.
Oh, my God,
Correct
you got
again.
it!
Oh, he's killing it.
I'm totally up to date
Wow.
with what's going on in Australia.
That's really good that you've read that article. That gave you a lead there. All right.
Let's see how he goes with this next article. How good is
the
he with the
answer
Australian
is
news?
the answer is Jackie O.
No, stop. I know I'm one of them, but wait till you hear the headline. You haven't even heard the headline yet, okay? Which Australian celebrity was mistaken as the infamous Sydney poo jogger? Now, you may not even know what that story's about, but there was a girl who was on her morning run and she was caught on CCTV in a lovely area called Paddington, taking off her pants and doing a poo in the street.
Okay.
And then
A few times.
Because it was CCTV, it wasn't very clear, but we knew that she, had a certain look about her. Who was it? Was it Kerry Ann Kennelly? Was it me, Jackie O? Or was it Zipporah?
Well, I think you probably were the poo jogger.
Well, she was definitely accused of it. I think he's right again.
I think it must be you.
You're too good at this game. It wasn't
Now,
me.
Jackie,
It wasn't me.
her.
No, it wasn't.
There wasn't anything. You couldn't just go and find a place around the corner.
I do have issues, but it's not that bad.
Let me just say, she has actually shat in the street before, but
No,
not
I
in relation.
haven't.
Now, everyone knows you have.
I haven't.
Everyone knows you have.
James, do I look like the kind of person that poos in a street?
Do I have to answer that?
Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. This is bad. You're doing well though. 3 out of 3 so far.
Very well.
Which Australian DJ was caught on camera with his head in a girl's ass? Was
my
it
Lord.
Flume? Was it Justin Lacko? Or was it Sam Dastiari?
I mean, I don't know these guys. I've never heard of them. But the guy I think who looks like he'd have his head up someone's ass would be Justin Lacko.
Oh my God, the most beautiful man ever seen. You think he would have his head up someone's ass?
I think he should. I think he looks like he would enjoy that.
Oh no! You're incorrect.
Oh dear.
It was Flume. Yeah,
I suppose he's
Flume.
got that kind of name, hasn't he? He's got a bit of
Flume.
Where did you find yourself? Up Flume.
Next headline, please.
Which news anchor is rumoured to have hair plugs? In fact, I think he does have them. It's not even a rumour.
Yeah.
Is it Peter Overton, Carl Stefanovic, or Richard Wilkins?
I'm going for all of them.
They all look like they could have it.
It's tricky.
Yeah, that's tricky.
I mean, I know them. They're really nice guys. So I think it's either Peter or it's Richard. Hold on, I'm working on this. I'm gonna go for Richard.
Richard Wilkins, you think might have the hair plugs? Incorrect.
No, wrong.
It was the
Carl.
one you didn't think.
Really?
It's Carl. Yeah. No, he was outed as having them, and then he just copped to it. He said,
Well,
"Yeah."
if it works, why not?
Exactly.
It's
Who
quite-
cares?
we all have to look after ourselves.
You don't need them. You've got a good
not yet,
thick
but
set of hair.
Now, all these guys have been our Prime Minister or are our Prime Minister. So, which of them is rumoured to have shit his pants at Engadine McDonald's?
Is it A?
Oh, sorry, I haven't even read out the names.
I'll do
You're
it.
right.
Kevin Rudd. Is it B, Tony Abbott, or is it C, current Prime Minister Scott Morrison?
I mean, it's a very tricky one. Kevin Rudd, I don't know.
Does he look like a...
I think let's go for Kevin Rudd. Come on.
Kevin Rudd. We're locking in Kevin Rudd. Incorrect.
No, wrong again.
see, I'm losing
He's started off great, turned out hopeless at this game.
You've got 3 right and 3 wrong.
Come on,
The
It's
who's
answer-
that?
actually current Prime Minister
Scott Morrison, really.
Scott
Yeah.
Morrison, ScoMo, old ScoMo.
It was after like a big footy game, and his team lost. I think it lost, and he was
So it's understandable.
Yeah.
So tell me, can I have an up-to-date score? How am I doing at this stage?
3 right, 3 wrong.
Oh dear.
Okay, so you
Oh,
need
it's all
this is
going
our
to
last.
shit.
This is our last one. It is. Okay, which
Oh, what a beauty this one
Oh,
is.
now that we-
look at the ladies.
I will say we do this one on every celebrity, this particular headline. Which Australian bachelorette was caught in a compromising position on a staircase? Do you want more information on that story?
Yes, I definitely do.
Okay, well, it wasn't with the guy that she picked to be her bachelor boyfriend. The bachelor boyfriend walked in and she was getting out on the stairs by some other random bloke at a party in his place.
That's great.
Was it A, Georgia Love? Was it B, Angie Kent? Or was it C, Ali Oettingen?
I mean, it's tough. I have no idea, and it has to be a total guess. So I'm just going to go for who I hope it would be, which would be Ali.
God, everyone guesses Ali.
He's won it.
Everyone gets Ali right.
Oh my God, how's it done? I don't understand.
There you go.
The photo is not even on a staircase, so it's not as if we're giving them the answer.
It's a very girl next door photograph we put up, but
Yes.
every time they guess Ali.
Great stuff.
Without fail.
Oh.
James.
Fantastic stuff.
James, look at you.
Do they have that on CCTV? They have it on camera?
No, unfortunately.
it's a
But they
shame.
both admitted to it. So it happened. It's
Yep.
not just a rumour.
Well,
Yeah.
they actually accidentally admitted to it. Well, actually, the boyfriend rang up and outed her on this show from America. It was horrible. Was it one of those
On
real
the show.
moments in journalism?
God,
where
they're
you think,
living
what
their
do I do
private
here?
lives so publicly.
I know.
Terrible.
I know. Oh, well, James, you did well. You got 4 right, 3 wrong, so that's not too bad.
Good stuff. Thank you so much.
It's
He
good
doesn't
to have
live
you
and
in.
die by these stupid games on the radio, though, Jackie.
Nah,
he
not
lives
like
and
me.
dies
No,
by ticket
I'll-
sales.
They're important.
and album
That's why I
sales.
fly over from the UK for these games. That's why I come.
It's so worth a 23-hour flight.
Totally.
James' latest song, Monsters, is out now. Make sure you grab it, and we'll see you in November when you come for your tour, James.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to wear a mask and everything when you came here on the plane this time?
No, I don't think so. I think I think we're safe. Aren't
Yeah.
we?
Where were you coming from?
We're coming from the UK.
Oh, good.
We stopped in Singapore. That's closer, but
Yeah, but
I'm still alive. I'm not spreading.
yeah, but you won't know for 2 weeks. It doesn't. No signs come up
Yeah.
until 2 weeks later.
Okay. Well, I won't hug you on my way out.
Yeah. It's like gonorrhea. There's no sign of it until it's too late.
Thanks, James.
We got I Want You Back Sister Edition for you next here at Kiss.
Usually with I Want You Back, it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend calling their partner. They're broken up and they're saying, you know, I made a mistake. Will you take me back? Today, it's not a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. It's a sister-sister situation. Her sister will not talk to her because she slept with her sister's boyfriend. And
my God.
I mean, like, her sister has not spoken to her for 3 months. Apparently, they slept together
How
on
did this happen?
New Year's Eve. The sister went home early and she stayed back, and the boyfriend and her ended up sleeping together, and she told her sister the very next day, and obviously, well, it didn't go down well, but that's all I know at this point.
You've just skimmed across a lot of detail.
I have a lot of questions too, Kyle. So let's talk to Katie, who is going to call her sister and ask for forgiveness.
Katie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
What happened? So you went. So you and the sister and the boyfriend, do you all live together?
No, we don't.
Okay, first of all, my question is,
is,
how long is the boyfriend and your sister been dating for?
They've been together for 5 years.
Oh, Katie. And like,
was there alcohol involved, or did you just want to ride that D and you just thought, now's my chance?
There was alcohol involved, yeah.
What time of the morning was
you
it?
Or him?
It was quite early in the morning.
Like, was it after midnight? Like, are you guys well into it?
Yeah, it was well after midnight, yeah.
So hang on, so you went back, it was just you and the boyfriend and your sister's boyfriend at home, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
At
and who cracked onto who? How did it happen?
It was actually at her house. She actually had gone to sleep, and we did it on the trampoline.
Oh,
he banged you on the trampoline. How'd that happen?
Yeah. Pardon?
What happened? Run us through it. How did it go from,
Yeah.
hey, you're my sister's boyfriend, I've known you for 5 years, to, here we go, jump inside here for a while? How'd that happen?
There was just a lot of flirting, and I suppose being drunk, just one thing led to another, and we ended up on the trampoline, and yeah.
It doesn't happen that quick.
Were you jumping on the trampoline drunk, having a laugh? Is that why you were on the trampoline in the first place?
Oh, yeah, well, I jumped on the trampoline first, and I was being a bit silly on the trampoline or jumping around, and then he jumped on the trampoline with me, and I guess one thing led to another, and
you felt like
one thing does,
because when you're on a trampoline, you're jumping and you're falling down, and like, did you fall down close to each other, and that's how it started? Like, I know what Cole's trying to get to.
You accidentally fell in there when you fell down.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's sort of how it happened. I guess, I fell down and he then fell down too. And, one thing just led to another and so happened that
the
we...
one thing led to another bit. That's the bit we're trying to stop here.
Yeah, no,
So you fell down, he fell down, then what? Your eyes met, you started kissing, and what happened then? You grabbed him on the...
Okay,
what, you
Kyle,
put him in? What happened?
Kyle, we don't need all those gory details.
Yes,
we understand
do.
how sex works, okay? So
No,
we
one
get
thing
that.
doesn't lead... No, I want to know who was looking, or did someone say something, or did you say anything to him, or did he say, can I do this? Or
No, there was just a lot of grabbing.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you're lying down on a trampoline and one thing leads to another.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of
I
grabbing.
don't like the one thing leads to another thing. I want to know those the bits.
How much extra detail do you want?
I want to know who said what, because one
I
thing
don't think
doesn't
you
just lead
say
to another.
anything. It just happens. Am I right,
No,
Katie? You
no,
just start
someone says
kissing. You don't have a conversation beforehand, surely.
No, you definitely don't have a conversation beforehand.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be definitely talking yourselves out of it.
You would be. I don't think you'd end up in that sort of situation if you were talking prior.
So how long did this go on for on the trampoline? Once he was there doing his thing, was it quick? Did you realise immediately it was the wrong thing to do?
I did realise immediately that it was the wrong thing to do, and I suppose regret sunk in, and not much you can do about it once it all happens, I suppose.
And then did you stay the night?
I didn't. I ended up leaving.
Okay, you obviously then went back the next day to tell your sister.
Yes, I did. And
did he know you were going to tell her? Did you tell her when he was still in the house? Like, how did that go down?
No, I didn't tell her while he was around. I just pulled her aside and told her while we were upstairs, and it didn't go down too well.
What did she?
What did you say? Yeah, give us the words. Tell as if Jackie's your sister. You tell her again so we can feel it.
I just said that I was sorry and I'd made a mistake and slept with her partner, and that I immediately realised that it was a mistake once it had happened, and I was regretful and I was sorry.
And what'd she say? What'd she do?
She sort of, at first, she didn't really say much. You could just see the anger in her facial expressions. And then she walked away, and then she just lost it and was, how could you do that to me? How could you both do that to me? We've been together for 5 years while I was asleep. And, so she was quite upset about the situation.
And dumped him straight away?
I'm not sure if she dumped him straight away, but they were having problems, and I think now they've actually mended their relationship.
Oh,
what? That's wonderful news.
What? She's forgiven him, but not you.
Yeah. I think it must have hurt a lot that her sister would do something like that to her. So
yeah, I get that. I do get that kind of like.
How
that's
are we going to
massive
fix
betrayal.
this? How do we even start fixing it?
Oh, well, I suppose.
Hang on. Now, whose fault was it? Yours or the boyfriend's? Like, there's always someone who's more to blame.
Both.
No. There's always someone more to blame.
No.
Did you always want to root him?
Fault.
Did you always like him? Did you always think he was odd?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I did always have an attraction to him.
Right. And you could tell he was attracted to you as well?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Right. Are you hotter than your sister?
No, I wouldn't say hotter.
This isn't going to help the situation any, by the way, these kind of questions.
Wouldn't you have known, Katie, from the first kiss how bad that was? How did it get even beyond that?
I suppose when you're drunk, I don't know. When you're drunk, you do some pretty silly things.
I wonder how she's going to... I don't know if she's even going to forgive you. Katie... I know you're going to place the call to your sister. We're going to do that next. And we'll see if she's ready to forgive you and take you back or not.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous for you, Katie, but good luck.
We're doing I Want You Back right now. Today, a sister is on the air. She's her and her sister had a falling out. Why, do you ask? Because on New Year's Eve, one sister had sex with the other sister's boyfriend on the trampoline while the sister was asleep.
So Katie is the one that slept with her sister Melissa's boyfriend, and Melissa had been with her boyfriend for 5 years, and as you said, Kyle, she went to bed and they stayed up They were pretty drunk, and one thing led to another on the trampoline. And she felt terrible. The next day, told her sister straight away, and obviously they have not spoken since. And now Katie is really wanting for Melissa to forgive her and for them to start mending bridges. So, Katie,
you ready?
Are you ready? I'm nervous for you. I'm really.
We're going to call your sister. We'll speak first, just so she knows she's on the air. Then we'll throw her over to you. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
What's your sister's name?
Melissa.
Okay, let's get her on now. Melissa, Kyle and Jackie, how are you?
Hey, Melissa.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
I'm good.
Hey, Melissa, I'm not sure if you know what you're on for or you cotton on at this point, but you're...
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? You don't yet?
No.
Okay. All right, so your sister, Katie?
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
She's on the phone and she's told us about your situation and the falling out that you've had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And she wants to talk to you.
It's a tough situation, right? Now, your sister's devastated. Obviously, she's done the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And how's things at your end with the boyfriend? Because you guys have mended or not?
We sort of have mended it, but not completely.
Yeah, right.
So you're working.
Well, you'll be able to milk this for 20 years for sure, no doubt.
I'll let you speak to your sister Katie because she's got some things she wants to say to you. Go ahead, Katie.
Okay. I was just wondering if you were going to forgive me for what has happened. No, I don't really think I can. Okay. Like, you did the wrong thing to me, so I just don't think I could. I just think that it takes two to tango, and I've apologised and I've tried calling and messaging you several times to try and mend what we have as sisters, and I just really am missing you and really want you back in my life. But you done the most disgusting thing a sister could ever do, so I just don't think I could, really. Okay. I just feel a little upset that you still are not willing to try and get past this. Yeah, no, sorry. You make me sick. You do.
Can I ask, Melissa, how come you're willing to take the boyfriend back and work on that relationship?
Not sure if she mentioned, but we have 2 kids together, so that makes it a bit harder.
Oh, my God, we didn't know that.
Yeah, so...
Oh, Melissa. Oh, I'm so sorry, poor thing. This is, I know what it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. And, I don't know if she mentioned, but to do it on my children's trampoline while I'm asleep, that's
on the
just wrong.
children's trampoline.
Yeah, yep. My, 2 innocent little kids to do that to me while I'm asleep, and I let people at my house to have a good New Year's, and then that happens to me. I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Did you ever think for a second, I can't trust these two together, or did it really slap you in the face?
I sometimes had, weird feelings about it, but I never honestly thought that would happen. I thought that both of them would have more respect for me than that.
And who do you reckon was the instigator of this? Regardless of the fact that it happened, both people are responsible to not let it happen. You'd think both, one your sister, one your long-term partner with your baby daddy, really. Yeah. You would never think either of them would break that sort of the line in the sand, but they both did. They both did it.
Yeah.
I just can't believe
they both did it. Yeah, I don't know who would have instigated it. I guess both.
I think, Katie, you just have to accept that it's going to take time for Melissa, and she's just not ready yet.
Yeah, I think I can accept that. I have accepted it. It just hurts when your own sister won't talk to you.
Imagine how she feels, though.
I just don't get it. Why were you that drunk to the point where you just he's obviously had to have known what you were doing. Yeah, I've said to you before, obviously I regret it a lot and it was a mistake and there's nothing I can do now to go back in time.
It was pretty good of you to tell her the next day, though. I think that was...
That's one thing that it could have been covered up, and that's one thing that I'm grateful for that I was told.
And I think because she is your sister is the reason she she dug deep and had to confront what she'd done straight away,
Yeah.
which you got to give her credit for that.
I do. I really do. I'm grateful for that because I could have been lied to for this long. I could have been lied to for a very long time about it, and I wasn't. So that is one thing I am grateful for.
Yeah. And the boyfriend, like, he's not out of the doghouse yet, but he's copping it. Like, he's still getting the cold shoulder and all that stuff. You haven't had sex with him since?
Nope.
And is he living with you, or did he move out for a while?
No, he's still living with me.
Yeah, because you just don't want the kids to be affected by it.
No, that's right. Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
what a mess. What a
Yeah,
mess.
Yeah,
it's
it
very
is.
sad,
Yeah.
isn't it, that, that one moment and just going to regret it forever, Katie.
Yeah. It just, some people just,
Do your parents know? Do your parents know about it?
No, they don't. No.
Oh, let's ring
I
them
don't
up
think
next.
they
Should we
do.
ring them up?
No.
Should we ring them up next? No.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, thank you for at least taking our call, Melissa and Katie.
That's okay.
Thanks for sharing. Hope
Yep.
one day you guys can rebuild or repair the relationship.
I hope so too.
All right, we'll let you go.
Oh,
Thanks,
listen, how
girls.
cute was that? They both said at the same time, the same thing.
Oh, it's so sad. It's a sad story, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What if the boyfriend agreed to being castrated and then you two could get on with like normal?
Yeah, maybe that could be an option.
Just slice that filthy thing off. That caused all the problems in the first place.
Yeah.
Bloody boys and their they can't
Oh, I know.
Okay, girls,
Okay.
well, nice to meet
Okay.
both of you. Sorry it's in
Thank
such a
you.
bad situation. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks, Katie.
All right.
Thanks, Melissa.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
Oh, that
God,
was
that's
a
a
blow.
shit situation, isn't it?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Got an in-ear challenge that I did with Awkward Ash. I sent her off to Tree of Life, the sort of hippie crystal, gypsy store, and got her to do a few things that made her very uncomfortable. Stand by for that.
Kyle and Jackie O's In-Ear Challenge.
We haven't done an in-ear challenge for quite some time, I think.
No, we haven't. Where we send somebody out, they've got little earpieces in, and they can hear everything I say, and they do have to repeat everything I say. And I thought our producer, Awkward Ash, she's awkward at the best of times, really. I mean,
and in the best time of her life, it's still always awkward.
yeah, she's just a bit awkward, and she's also a bit of a hippie. Ash, she's got like the salt lamps on her desk. She's got crystals. She's right into that. So I thought,
She still lives in Newcastle and drives to work every day because she loves the Newy life. You know the type.
Yeah, and I thought, where do we send her? To the hippiest place I know, which is Tree of Life. Tree of Life shop.
Oh, I love Tree of Life. It's one of my favourite places.
What do you get from Tree of Life?
Just the odd ornament and stuff.
Do you?
Yeah, just a
Surprises
little,
me.
Just little,
I like
little
Tree of
things
Life
that
with
are
their
there.
little hippie dresses. I think they have some cool hippie dresses in there.
Never even noticed the hippie dresses before.
So I sent Ash to go to the Tree of Life, and she had to repeat what I said. Have a listen. All right, Ash, walk into the store now and yell out, "Hello, I need service."
Yes, I need some service. Yes. This is a beautiful dress.
And now shoo her away, like she's a pest.
Shoo shoo. It's all right. I'll just have a look by myself. Thank you.
Get some wind chimes and just dangle them in her face. Go get them. Put them in her face.
These are quite nice.
Yeah, tell her you need to fix her aura.
I'm just trying to fix your aura with one of these. Yes. Just because it's a little off.
That's it. Keep dangling it. Get right up in her face,
I just
though.
think
Yeah.
having this around will
Go get some more bells, bigger ones.
Actually, no. This isn't the right bell sound. I think I'm just going to test another one on you. This one.
No, not those.
No.
Actually, yes. Yeah, these.
Yes. Yes, this one.
Now jingle them in her face again.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you.
Tell her you need a few more bells to fix her aura.
I just need a couple more just to fix the aura. This one will work. Oh, the bells. There we go.
Yeah, now do it side to side in her face.
I'll say that one sounds nicer. Yes, this one.
Now give her the bells and say your aura needs fixing too.
Do you want to hold some of these and just do the same to me because I need a bit too. You need to be a bit cleansed.
Yeah, spin around. Just keep spinning.
I've taken on some of your aura, but this is so much better.
Let's do a little dance.
Thank you.
Now just say, that's enough. I'm done.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
No more. I don't need any more of that. Okay.
Take off your shoes and ask for a spot to put them.
Do you mind if I just take my shoes off? Is that okay? Where can I put them?
Go and put them right in the middle
thank
of the
you.
counter.
I don't want them to get lost. I'll just put them up here.
So fine.
Just here for you. Okay.
Okay, ask her thoughts on women with underarm hair.
What are your thoughts, just wanted to know, on growing hair under the arms? What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm definitely not against it.
Yeah, say, I like to grow it as long as I can.
I like to keep as much there as I can.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's the natural way.
It definitely is.
Say, I don't wear deodorant, I just use crystals.
I don't wear deodorant either. I just like to smell how the earth wants me to smell. Sometimes I'll put a bit of a crystal on just to, but...
Yeah, make her smell your armpits.
Do you want to smell under my arm just to see if you think that it's a good scent?
Put it in her face.
I'll let you smell. Here you go.
I'm so fine, but thank you.
Okay, well, I think I smell great. So.
Ask her where the incense is because you need it for naked yoga.
Do you have an incense section? Because I'm really into that. When I do my naked yoga, I love to burn some incense. Just keep it away from the bush. You don't want that catching on fire.
So this is all about incense here.
Okay, now distract her and try to steal something.
Oh, what's that over there? Just over there.
Over where, sorry?
Just over in the corner?
The hanging flags?
Yes. They're beautiful.
I'm sorry, did you just put some incense in your bag?
No.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
Be rude and tell her to go serve the other customers.
Oh, there's another customer over there. Did you want to go and assist her?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
How you going?
Just scream out, I'm done! And then get your shoes and go.
I'm done. All right.
Now start clapping them together.
Shoes.
They are your shoes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Ash, go back in and explain. Tell her I was in your ear.
I just wanted to say I'm so sorry, but I had Jackie O in my ear telling me everything to say to you.
Okay.
So I'm not actually crazy.
Okay,
Carl and Jackie O made me do it.
Yeah, well, you are crazy. Just let me tell you. How embarrassing.
Ash, you were mortified. You actually hate doing those things.
Yeah, I hate it so much. That was the worst day. I was so sweaty and embarrassed and just felt really bad for that girl in the store.
She was so kind and lovely and patient to you.
And allowed you to steal the stuff too.
Yeah, she didn't even check the bag. There was more to it, so if you want to check it out online, the extended version, you can. It's up on our Instagram and Facebook. Check it out, our You Need Challenge. I think we send Ash out all the time since she's so uncomfortable doing it.
Weekly, we should send her out.
Freaky baby.
Georgina Walker. Haven't got your mind.
Georgina Walker, celebrity psychic to the stars on the No Snap Predictions. Today she has chosen to speak to the dead.
Yeah, I know. How are you, Georgina?
I'm always nervous with these segments because, when you have people face to face with you in your own home, you have an hour to do everything. Here I've got 5 minutes to try and tap in, make notes for the client.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
So I've got notes.
What's the worst that can happen? You get a cross line, you speak to someone else's dead person?
Oh, Does
that happen?
Yes, you do. You get what I call ring-ins or party droppers. So in this case, I got several people coming through.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
really?
Jade, it's Jade who's getting the reading done. Hi, Jade.
Hi, Jade.
So Georgina has been tapping in to the other side, and yes, she. What do you want to talk?
Well, when
to
we
Jade
rang
about?
Jade this morning, we got her out of bed. She was asleep, so her voice was a little bit husky. And all I did is asked her, just so the listeners know how it goes, to think of the two. Well, she gave me two names of two people to think positive about those, and then to say their name 3 times, and then hang up, and then I make notes.
Oh, okay.
So see, these are the notes I've got. So. And it's a little bit hard, but anyway, we'll just see, because as I said, we got drop-ins. I got 3 people because I got the movie The Three Amigos, and which is about 3 people. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have 3 spirits with me.
Oh.
But they were the Three Amigos. Played music. They played together. They mucked up together. So I felt I had 3 men in the spirit world who had linked together. I saw the television show The Man from U.N.C.L.E., so I wondered if Jade had an uncle, or one of these men had an uncle with him in spirit. I did hear the song. Carla's going to hate it that I hear songs.
It's always old
Yeah,
songs.
I know, but the Big Bopper's old. I heard
that's the oldest of all.
I heard. Oh, is that a song? Is it? I heard the song "My Girl," and there's something.
How's that go? Can you sing a little bit of that?
My
for us?
girl,
my girl.
There's something
talking
about
my girl.
Yes.
I got it.
So
yeah.
I felt that Jade was connected as my girl to one of these gentlemen. I felt there was a sense associated not being there to raise her. There was a sense associated that I should have been there to fix things for you, and there wasn't. And I wondered if, I know her name's Jade, but I wondered if she had been given a gift of Jade or a bracelet or something, for, like a token of memory for this man, because I didn't think he was there for her. And there was, it gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps is confirmation. There was also a sense associated. I saw the movie Father of the Bride, so I did think this was her father, and I just wondered. I felt strongly that he was going to be there or had been there for her wedding, because he wanted to walk her down the aisle, because that was the message, Father of the Bride. There was also, I don't know who liked Underbelly, the television show, or somebody thought they were a bit cool, like the guys in Underbelly, because I just got that sense of the Underbelly world, associated with it. I could smell cedar polish, as in furniture polish, and I didn't know if somebody worked in that industry or there was a connection to cedar trees. I know it's really unusual because I don't polish, but that's what I smell.
You don't dust either, do you?
No, I have a cleaner.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody comes and does that. But I also heard the song Roll Over Beethoven, and I've wondered if there'd been an accident or something where there'd been a roll, like a roll of a vehicle or something like that, because I felt that some of these people may have passed very quickly, like an accident, or gone like a flash, because I saw the television show Flash Gordon, and I thought they'd gone like a flash out very, very quickly. I wondered if Jade has the eyes of one of these people. And when I say the eyes, because I felt like when people say, oh, you're an old soul. So there's something about Jade and a familiarity about her eyes connected to one of these people. People say you're the window of your soul, but it's to do with her eyes. There was also the sense of associated tattoos, and I got multiplied by 2. And I saw a duplicate carbon invoice paper, duplicate. So I thought there were 2 people who had either the same names or similar names, and that someone had got tattoos that joined these two names together.
Jade, does this ring any bell, any truth about, or any sort of anything that rings a bell there that Georgina said?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Talk us through what it is, Jade.
Well, at first she thought she wasn't going to be able to get him because it's been 26 years since he passed away.
I did say that.
I've had other conversations before with other psychics and mediums, and my dad always came through and would always refer to me as my girl. I was his girl.
Oh, wow. Oh, I got goosebumps.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I've always cried.
Oh, sweetie. You okay? It's all right.
I've cried to hear that walking me down the aisle, because I've always said, I don't have a father. He's never going to be here to walk me down the aisle. And I just hope his spirit would be there when I do get married to walk me down.
And what I would suggest is you put a picture of him in your bouquet, so he will be walking you down the aisle.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
So then you have that sense that he is in spirit, is walking you down the aisle, but it gives you something to hold on to.
Or a big picture of him, like a transfer on the front of the wedding dress.
No, I think her wedding dress is going to be stunning.
You can iron those onto a T-shirt or something. That'd be nice.
His life was very hard, and he kind of lived the life of like underbelly.
I wondered that. Yes,
is that right?
yes.
Wow. A bit of a bad boy, right?
I wondered if there was a similarity. Yes.
The three amigos would probably be the fact that he was in a car with three other mates.
Oh, really?
And they all died.
Oh my God! Oh wow! Did the car roll?
The car hit straight into a telegraph pole.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, you got that wrong, Georgina.
Yeah, I have to be honest. That's what I got, yeah.
That's all right.
The car looks quite not upside down, but it's kind of turned in the photo of how bad it actually had hit.
Oh, okay.
And they pretty much there's an article in the newspaper, and I've still got it printed from 93.
Actually, I had that in my notes that I got here.
Too late. You should have said that first.
I didn't read my notes. I just said it made the news. Okay.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
got show Jenny on TV made it to the news of the events. Yeah.
Oh, maybe they rolled. Yeah, okay. Jeez, you're spot on again, Gigi.
Wow.
So, coming back, so it's the cedar polish, cedar trees. What's the connection?
I'm not really sure there. I know, I'm not really sure about that one.
That's okay, not a problem. Okay, not a problem
But
at
his
all.
eyes, I look like him, and I have
Oh,
his
you're
eyes.
kidding. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I only found out, it'll be 2.5 years ago I found out, and his family actually rejected me because his
Why?
family didn't know I existed.
Oh, really? They so you were a surprise to them?
They told me I look nothing like him, and yet the photos that they sent me through, and I saw of him, I'm like a splitting image of my father.
Oh, he said the eyes. You
That's
lived through
amazing.
his eyes associated with it. What about the tattoos?
My mum and I have a tattoo, and I actually want to put one near where hers and my tattoo is, and we've got the same word, her and I.
Okay.
And I want to put him there as well.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's the carbon copy, and you see two
the
things.
duplicates,
Okay.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
duplicates. But there was also the aspect associated when I had said to you about made it in the news. I was just looking at my notes as well. The young and the restless. So when they died in the car, there was the sense of the young and the restless behaviour. But, your dad's with you, and there's the sense associated. He will be there when you walk down the aisle. He's seen what you've been through because he wasn't there. And that was the thing about the broken object. I'm looking at my notes. He said, Daddy, fix. That he hasn't been there to fix things for you. But he wants, when you break things or when things go wrong, but he, regardless of what his family have said to you, he is with you. So you need to disregard what they say.
Is there any hint of any buried money from the underbelly days? Is there treasure anywhere that she can be led to the treasure? Is there anything like that?
The treasure for her is that her dad's with her.
Oh.
Okay.
And as if she's going to say it on radio.
Oh, well, this was wonderful to hear. Jade, I'm so happy that you got connected with your dad.
It's just good to hear that he still calls me his girl.
Yeah, my girl.
girl.
Thank you, Jade.
Thanks, Jade. Nice to meet you, hun.
Bye-bye,
Oh,
darling.
Bye,
Georgina,
sweetie.
you're so good. Good morning. Only Lying's back again. Oh, I've been looking forward to this, actually. It's been quite a while. Many weeks.
Okay, Liz is doing the only lying on her sister-in-law, Ange. Hey, Liz, how you going?
Hi.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Pretty good. Okay, why have you chosen your sister-in-law? What's the idea?
Oh, well, the idea is I love watching her reaction when she gets really cranky.
Yeah.
She's hilarious. So that's the reason why I've chosen to do an Only Lying on her.
And she's getting married. She's getting married, right?
Yeah, she's getting married, and I'm going to tell her that I'm skipping the country and going overseas and won't be her maid of honour.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's chosen you to be the maid of honour, but she has sisters of her own. Is that right?
She does. She's got two sisters.
Oh, so you two are tight, really tight.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty tight, yeah.
Wow, so that's quite the honour.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And so,
Yeah, definitely.
What reason are you going to give her for going?
I'm
Not
just
going
telling
to the
her,
wedding.
look, things aren't going too well in my life at the moment, and then I want to go overseas.
you're gonna do
just
the well
forget
is
about
me.
it. Yeah, just
Okay.
get away, don't want to be here for the wedding.
How far away is the wedding?
It's in May, so it's
In May.
really close.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
So,
All right, Liz, good luck. You've got to push her buttons to get that $1,000.
Yeah,
That's right. If she doesn't click it, there's no money. Like if you go soft and it doesn't work, you get nothing.
Yep.
oh, I'm sure she'll click it. She's a clicker.
Good. Okay, here we go. We're calling
She's a
Ange.
clicker, dialing up. What's her name? Ange. Okay, here we go.
Hello. Hi. Ange. Hello. Yeah. Hey, I've got a bit of a problem, Ange. Mm-hmm. Well, not really a problem, but like it's time that I need to get away for a bit. Yeah. Did you book something? Yeah, I have. The only problem is, well, it's not really a problem. I'm not going to be here for your wedding, so I can't be maid of honour. You're not going to be here for my wedding in May? No. Where are you going to be? I've decided to go overseas for 6 months and I leave. What? 6 months? When has this popped into your brain? Well, now. So you're just going to have to replace me as your maid of honour. When have you... I'm going on the 1st of May. I'm going to Europe. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I have had so many fights with my sisters about putting you maid of honour before them. Why can't you go after the wedding? Because I don't want to go after the wedding. I just feel like 2020 is about me. I don't care. It's all about 2020 me. After May. No, it won't be after May because I'm going on the 1st of May. So that's very selfish. You'll be fine. I'm sure you're not going to miss me that much. Not anymore. No, I won't. Oh, you know what? You can FaceTime me, hun. And I can FaceTime you as if I didn't bother. Huh? So I want to go on the 1st of May because there's a concert that I want to see on the 4th of May. Oh, there's a concert you want to see? Oh, really? Yes. So, why don't you bloody go on YouTube and watch a stupid concert? Huh? I've got an idea about being your maid of honour. What? You know, I don't want to listen to your idea. Your ideas are shit. Why can't we just move the wedding to April? Do you think you can the wedding? Why don't you move your holiday? Why can't we just see? I have put down deposits everywhere. I'm not ringing up everyone this late notice to move things. You just move your friggin' holiday. Well, I did book my airfares. I can't exactly change my airfares because I'm going to lose money. Well, badly, guess what? Why can't we do it at your in-laws' farm or something? Why can't we just do the wedding there in April? I'm not a hillbilly. I'm not having it there. It's been booked where it's booked and it's staying there, okay? Well, now you're being a bit selfish. Like, honestly, we can work together to make this work. We can make this work. Oh, we cannot make this work. The only way it'll work is if you bloody change your holiday plans. I'm not changing the holiday plan. I need some R&R. Liz. It will work. Come on, we can make this work. You can take over doing the hens night. Your sister can take over doing kitchen teas. Your mum can help out. Like one of you just get FaceTime, huh? We could start a new trend. It could be Facebook go viral. And I've got an idea. I could just get one of your friends to stand up there with the iPad. I'll wear the dress. You'll wear the $1,500 dress with an iPad. No, I don't think so. You're not wearing the dress. You're giving the dress back. You can shove the iPad up your ass and you can off, okay? You stupid bloody holiday, you can shove that up your ass too, and when you come back, I don't even want to see you, okay? Go now for all I care. I do not care. You don't need to be like that. You're a dog piece of shit, and I never want to see you again. You're dead to me, okay?
Okay, Ange. It's Kyle and Jackie O. You're only lying. It's getting super heated. It's an only lying, Ange. She's not for real. She's playing a prank on you.
Oh my God, leave it. Oh.
Love you, girls. Hey, by the way, Liz, nice choice, the clicking cousin or whatever it is.
You were so right. You picked the perfect person.
Yeah, she's definitely a clicker. I love you, Edge. Of course I would be here for your wedding. I would have missed it for the world. Oh, my God, you've just taken 10 years off my life. My stomach is in knots.
Ange, good luck with the wedding. She'll be there. And by the way, Liz, you got $1,000. Nice work.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
nicely
work,
showed.
Liz.
Now that's how you do an only lying, everyone. That's a very good example.
From Empire, it's incredible. Taraji P. Henson!
Taraji P. Henson. We are in love with this actress.
Love her.
She's done so much.
Oh, I know.
I've got a bone to pick with her, actually. I know that she's done great things. She's been on the New York bestsellers. She's done her own biography. She's been up for Emmys, Oscars.
She was in Hidden Figures, which was such an amazing movie. She plays Cookie in Empire.
Oh, I do follow her as Cookie on Empire. But I got a problem with Taraji, and can't wait for her to come on because I haven't forgiven her for something that she's done to me.
No.
She's on? Taraji, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm good. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, now what's your problem, Carl?
Hey.
Hey, now I've got
what
a problem. Well, I never quite forgave you for leaving Person of Interest when you played Detective Carter. Very sad time for me when you left.
Oh, I'm sorry. But then if I didn't leave there, you wouldn't have Cookie.
I know, and I love Cookie
Cookie's
so
so
much.
good.
Cookie's such a badass. I love Cookie. But then when I watched Person of Interest after you left, I dribbled off, and it was my favourite show, and I just couldn't keep following it without you.
Well, that's a good thing. Then.
But I am over it. I am watching Empire. I will watch the new movie as well. And you've done so well. Like, you really kicked ass, really.
I'm not finished.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, I love the characters you play. A lot of them are really strong female characters. Is that kind of what the sort of roles that are given your way?
I think so. I just like life-changing roles, roles that I think will affect the people and evoke some kind of a positive change in humanity, So those are the roles I usually go for. And sometimes people look for these strong characters because these characters represent a side of them that they are afraid to let loose. We all have that power in us, You just have to believe it and you have to tap into it. And so maybe that is a going thing for me. But, I mean, I'm not opposed to playing weaker characters, but even in the weak characters, I try to find the strength. Like in Suge from Hustle and Flow, she was a pretty scared little mouse. And but, eventually she found her voice in singing.
She did, I agree.
The new movie you're doing, What Men Want, is a take on What Women Want, which we saw years ago with Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
So now you're hearing men's thoughts, which is...
I love
they should have done this sooner. It's such a good idea.
Yes, it was such a brilliant idea to gender flip it, and especially in this time and climate, with the Me Too and equal pay and, I think it was just brilliant. But what I love about the film is that it teaches through comedy. You laugh, but you learn, but it's not very preachy. Like, it's not hitting you over the head with blatant messages. It's just, you're laughing, but it also makes you think.
Yeah,
when you're doing a scene where you're hearing a man's thoughts, how does that actually work on set? Do they play you the audio? Because you have to react to something an actor's clearly not saying.
We had a young actor on off side of the set who was speaking to like a little microphone with a speaker, and he'd read the lines, and he would, Adam would. It was kind of very loose the way they did it because they needed to get a response from me.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff they just said off set, and then, later on when they went back in for post-production, they put in the actual lines that they thought were funnier or the funniest.
Do you, as an actor, before a scene, do you practice in front of the mirror facial expressions?
Oh, my God, you're talking to one of the best actors.
I know, but I'm curious to know, do you guys do that?
I don't think she would do that.
She might.
No, I do not. You know what's funny, though? When I was a kid, I used to.
Yeah, okay, so I'm the equivalent of a kid as an actor. And you know what I find hard about, because sometimes we'll play games here in the studio and we'll pretend that we're acting out a scene. You know what I find the hardest is what to do with your arms, how to make it natural.
Oh, my God, you're not an actor's asshole. Forget about it. Hang up your acting chops. You don't have what it takes,
Do
Jackie.
I clearly don't, right?
But you know what? I feel like that sometimes. Sometimes I'll get in the scene and I don't know, I'll have like this outer body experience, and it's like, what am I doing with these things? They're just like flopping around. I just had a moment like that on set, and I made everybody laugh at Video Village because I was like, what do I do with these things? It was just flopping around in the air.
It's funny, in real life, it's fine, we don't even think about it.
Never do we think about what are we going to do with our arms.
But
We
the
never
minute
think
you're
that.
being filmed, you're like, what do I do with my arms? These things are just hanging here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hey, I also told that you're a big Cardi B fan. Is that true?
I'm a huge Cardi B fan. I
Same.
love her to death.
Me too. Hilarious, right?
I just love what she represents. An underdog. the Cinderella story. Like, all dreams come true if you work hard. And I watched her work hard. I didn't even know she was a rapper when I found her. She was like, she had like 70,000 followers. It was just her personality. And I was like, she's going places in life. And look at that.
Yeah, no, I was the same. I found her on Instagram and doing all her crazy rants. Then I realised she was on that Love and Hip Hop show. Then she put out a song and everyone was like, she ain't going to make it. She ain't got what it takes. And now she's the biggest that ever existed. And I think good on you, girl.
I love hearing that, yeah.
Yeah, she had the last laugh, you know, and that's why you can never put a person down, because you never where they're going to be. You'll never know where they end up. They might end up in a position where they can offer you a job.
Exactly. Now, you grew up... You grew up in the ghettos too, didn't you? You didn't grow up in an affluent, rich area. Neither did I. But you're right. You work hard and you do well and you go every day and you try your best, and that's how you win.
Yeah, that's how you win. And I think karmically, if you're a good person and your heart is in the right place, I think that helps a lot too.
I agree.
I heard about Taraji when you met Prince, that you felt like you held his hand for too long. Like when you was at a handshake and you felt
he had to pass it off. Yeah, he had to pass my hand off.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that something happened to Kyle when he interviewed Elton John?
Oh, no, don't tell her this.
And at the end of the interview, Elton put out his hand, but he put it palm down as though Kyle sort of wasn't sure whether he should kiss it. It certainly wasn't on the side like a handshake. It was extended as though kiss the hand.
Yeah,
and Kyle kissed his hand.
Yeah, I wiggled the finger. I didn't know what to do. I felt weird. I don't know.
But you know what? I understand. It's Elton John.
I know.
So you're going to have that moment again. I get it.
At least we got something in common. That's what I love. Look, we just wanted to shout out. We'll let you get back to set. We love your work, Taraji. Thanks for chatting to us, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There she is. What an actress.
Yeah,
Taraji P.
Yeah.
Okay, Jackie, run everyone through the story. It's pretty epic, right?
Yeah, so it's only a short call, but I haven't heard it yet. But it's a 10-year-old girl, Kate. She had to make an emergency call to 000 when a robber had broken into her home. So, as I was saying before, her parents, it was about 5:30 in the afternoon. Her parents weren't there, but her older brother was there. And he only ducked down to get some dinner. So she was home by herself when this happened. And she heard her garage door open. And she saw the guy going into her backyard. This guy was a 46-year-old man armed with a screwdriver and a knife, and he smashed through the back window with a brick.
And there's kids inside.
She looked through the curtain, saw him, so she locked the door, grabbed her phone and hid in the wardrobe, and then she called 000. And
lucky she had a phone, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're about to listen to that call. You don't hear when the police arrive or anything, but you do hear, a good portion of it. Let's take a listen.
Do you think they're in the house already?
They're in the house. They broke the glass door.
Okay, so the police have already been notified. Okay, are you home alone?
Yes.
Okay, whereabouts are you?
I'm in the house.
Yeah, where in the house are you? Which room are you in?
I'm in the room near the back, in the backyard.
In the back room? Okay.
I locked myself in and I'm inside the closet.
Okay, make sure you stay in there, okay? So the police have already been notified, okay?
Yep.
Okay, now, did you see the person or just hear them?
Yes, I saw them.
Okay, and it was the one male you saw?
Yep, a man with black hair. He's wearing gloves. He has, a black jacket on.
Black jacket? Okay. Do you know how old he would have been?
Around in his 30s, 40s.
Okay, so as I said, the police have already been notified. You've done a really good job, okay? Did you see any weapons on this person?
No.
Okay. Now, as you said, you're home alone?
Yep. Please come quick.
Okay, now, which window they broke to get in the house? Was it the front door or the back door?
No, in the backyard. There's a doorway you can get through. He smashed it open.
Okay, so just stay on the line for me, okay? So that was, for me. I'm going to transfer you through to one of the police sergeants, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so don't hang up, okay? You've done a really good job. Don't hang up.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that's all we have of the call. But
what?
I know, but she's safe. She's fine, and they did catch the guy, and that's when they discovered, obviously, the knife and the screwdriver that he was armed with.
Jesus. Okay, we want to ask today: have you ever been involved in a robbery, a home invasion? Have you worked at a shop that's been robbed? Are you an armoured car driver that's been robbed?
Oh, I'd just be so terrified. And you always wonder, how do you react in those situations? Like,
you never know till it happens, I think.
Don't. And, is it in the middle of the night that it happened? Were you sleeping? That's my biggest fear, where you open your eyes and you see someone in the room. I mean, oh my
really?
God.
Is that your biggest fear? I'll write that down.
Yeah. Why are you writing that down?
It's just good to know in case things go to shit in the future.
Don't play any pranks on me, guys. That's going too far.
Is it?
Yes,
That's too far.
That's too far.
Oh, okay.
That'll have to go into the rejected ideas segment.
Yeah, scribble that out. Okay, let's scrap that. Now, maybe you've been involved in some sort of robbery, whether it is at home, snatch and grab, anything.
If you have a story, call us now.
Okay. Home invasions and robberies. Have you been involved in them at the bad end of the robbery, not the holding the gun end, the bad end?
We're taking your calls on that. Kerry has called through. Hi, Kerry. Did you get broken into at home?
No, I was in a bank robbery. So it was 2001. I know it's a long time ago, but it still happened.
Yeah.
So I was working at a bank. I was helping a customer out in the customer area. I said goodbye. It was a Friday afternoon. I was excited to go home. And as I opened up the staff door to go out the back area, a guy grabbed me. Then there was 5 of them. They came in. They told me to get on the floor, which I did. But it seemed like it went forever. And by the end of it, I was sitting, watching, and I was like, I need to give a police report. So I took note of everything. And then as they were leaving, the guy turned around, put his hand in his pocket, pulled out a gun and pointed it at my face and said, "You're effed."
Oh my God.
And then like I'm a crier, but I have never cried like this. It was like, like a massive scream.
So he pointed a gun in your face and told you you're effed, and you must have thought, this is it. I'm going to be killed right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a police gun. Like it looked like a Glock. Like it looked like a heavy-duty gun. And then they ran out. They smashed the window, and all the glass fell in on me. And ended up giving a police report. But they only got about $2,500.
Oh, you're
and there
joking.
was 5 of them.
Wow, that is. And did they get caught?
I don't know. I never heard anything back, but I gave reports of exactly what they were wearing, their height, like, you know how they've got that height measure on the door as you're going out. They've got their height, what they were wearing, their ethnicity, everything, and I gave a really detailed report, but it always comes back to me, that gun in my face.
Oh, it would. It would, that moment of thinking, this is it. Wow.
Yeah. And as
I thought these calls were going to be fun, but they've turned into horror stories.
Well,
it was shocking.
Thanks for sharing your story, Kerry. Appreciate
that.
that.
That's bad.
Thanks,
Dean, you're on. Dean is next. Dean, have you been involved in a robbery, a home invasion, something like that?
Yeah, it was actually a home invasion around Easter about 4 or 5 years ago.
What happened? Set the scene for us.
Yeah, so basically I had a long L-shaped house, and me and my ex at the time slept right at the back of the house. My roommate was away for the weekend, and I woke up in the middle of the night, which I never do, and it was like I was hungry, but I'd heard something as well, and I just thought it was possums. But anyway, I've gone out to the front of the house to the kitchen to make something to eat in complete darkness. So I then sat in the lounge room, and I've heard a door close, and I've gone, hang on, mate, this is asleep. So I stood up, walked around to the back door, and saw it was still open. And I'm like, I'm hearing things right now. I'm like, nah, that was an actual door slam. So I walked to the front of the house, and I looked outside the Venetian blinds, and there was a van parked on the opposite side of the road facing our house with its parking lights on. And I've gone, hang on, there's someone in here. And I started yelling out. I'm just like, I know you're in here. I said all sorts of different things, actually. I can't say on there. And I've opened up the front bedroom where my roommate was away for the weekend. And his window was ajar. The sash window was opened up. And I've gone, you're kidding me? And so that's when I started yelling a bit more, saying, you got 3 seconds to get the hell out of my property. So I turned on the lights, turned on the other spare room, and there was only one more room that had an actual wardrobe in there.
Yeah.
Opened up that one, the door, and I could see that the wardrobe was ajar. I'm like, hang on, there's someone in there. And I just paused just to see if I could hear anything, and it's like I could hear the breathing.
Oh, Jesus, chilling.
The house was completely silent at the time, so I could hear anything. So I poked my head in, I'm trying to hear it, and then that's when I've gone, mate, I know you're in the wardrobe. I'll actually let you leave the house right now without doing anything if you come out now. And because I'd opened up and turned on, I don't know, he must have been on the phone, because when I've said all that, the van started, it's come straight to the front of the house and stopped. And that's when I turned around and gone, oh, you're kidding me. And at this time, I straight away thought, oh, my ex is asleep. Right.
And it was just the milkman. If this ends up just being the milkman and no one's in the house, I'm going to be very annoyed.
Yeah, I wish it was the milkman, but he wouldn't do that for me.
Was there anyone in that wardrobe or not?
Yes, there was, because I went out to the back of the house, woke up my ex, called the cops. She's like, you're hearing things. I'm like, no. But what I'd done was the hallway light I left on and didn't leave that bedroom door on. I closed the door. So when I've gone to wake her up, he's opened that door and the whole room started to light up because the hallway light was on.
Oh,
and then that's when she's gone.
And then he's bolted.
Shit. Well, I quickly put her in there, and I've with the cops.
Jackie's hitting you with the Emmys music. Like, obviously, the story's gone too long for Jackie's liking. Is that right, Jackie?
Oh, good.
It's not your fault. I'm enjoying this story, Dean. I was bloody almost on the edge of my seat. This story, I love it.
Yeah, no, I took off. I took off after him, but as I've gone, he's slammed the front door, and he ran out the window, and I missed him completely.
Oh.
Yeah, he jumped out straight into the van and took off.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you for your story.
There'll be more from the Emmys as we return on CBS. Yes.